on the promotion and development of micro, small, and medium enterprises, which I believe they'll be instrumental in enhancing collaboration and boosting trade between our countries. Your Excellencies, we heard you loud and clear at the press conference earlier today when you insisted on putting into action the MOUs we have signed. We want to assure you that we shall continue to work closely with the private sector of both Tanzania and Namibia to seize opportunities available, establish partnerships, and explore innovative ways of doing business together. I am confident that discussions and engagements taking place today will lead to concrete outcomes, including new investments, commercial partnerships, and stronger institutional collaboration that will benefit both our countries for generations to come. As I conclude, allow me once again to express our sector's unwavering commitment to strengthening the bonds of friendship, trade, and investment cooperation with the Republic of Namibia for the mutual prosperity of our two nations and people. It is now my singular honor and privilege to invite Your Excellencies to address the forum, starting with Her Excellence Dr. Natumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, for your keynote address, and thereafter, Your Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for your official welcome. You're mostly welcome, Your Excellency.
Please take your seats. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Ministers, High Commissioners from Namibia and Tanzania, representing our respective countries, members of the diplomatic corps, captains of industries. Let me stand on the protocol established and to say, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, we are here continuing our state visit to the United Republic of Namibia for Tanzania, where I'm honored to have been invited by Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan to visit this friendly country. As we all know, Namibia and Tanzania have long-standing relationship leading to our independence. And where we are today, we need to bring about economic independence, where our governments and the private sector have a crucial role to play as partners. We need to work together for that independence to be achieved. Therefore, this Tanzania-Namibia Business Forum is a platform purposely created to allow our business personalities to meet and to take advantage of our two countries' long-standing political cooperation to move into a meaningful economic cooperation for the benefit of our two peoples. At our level, we had in-depth consultation this morning, where we have decided to work together and believe that our private sector have to be part of the journey. That is to say, while government established framework for cooperation, it is business, investors, and entrepreneurs who should transform opportunities into jobs, create industries, and bring about prosperity for our people. I therefore express my sincere appreciation to all business people present here today for having made this business forum your priority for this afternoon. Accordingly, I look forward to constructive engagement, as the success of this event will also be judged on the number of business deals to be signed, as well as their implementation moving forward. Tanzania is not simply a friendly country to Namibia. For many Namibians who participated in the liberation struggle, Tanzania was a second home. It was a place of refuge, solidarity, and hope. It was here that many Namibians found support, received education, developed leadership skill, and strengthened their determination to continue the struggle for freedom and independence. It is also important to underscore that the people of Tanzania stood with Namibia when freedom was still a dream. The Tanzanian people opened their hearts, their homes and institutions to Namibian people during the most difficult time. The friendship between our two countries was therefore forged through sacrifice, solidarity, and shared belief in the dignity and freedom of all Africans. The people of Namibia have never forgotten that support, and will never will. Our freedom was not achieved by Namibia alone. It was made possible through the collective efforts, sacrifice of many African nations, and Tanzania occupied a special place in that history. The bonds forged during those years were built on trust. Tanzanian people trusted and were convinced that Namibia would only one day be independent if freedom from South Africa colonial apartheid is on the basis that Namibia trusted Tanzania trusted as a steadfast friend of all liberation movement. Today we are gathered here. I believe we must ask ourselves an important question. Can we translate that same trust into economic relations? Based on our rich history, the political relations between Namibia and Tanzania are excellent. Our government cooperate closely. Our people enjoy warm relations, and our shared history continue to bound us together. Yet we must honestly acknowledge that our economic relation has not matched the strength of our political relation. This is not a criticism, it's an opportunity we are giving ourselves. It's an opportunity for us to transform our historical friendship into strong trade, increase investment, create industries, and deepen people-to-people economic partnership. Today's forum is therefore more than a networking platform. It must serve as a call to action. The generation that fought for political freedom has done its part. The responsibility now rests with us to secure economic freedom for our people. Africa stands at a critical moment in its developmental journey. For far too long, our economies have been exploited, raw materials while importing finishing product. We continue to create value elsewhere and buy it back at a cost. This model has limited industrialization, constrained job creation, and slow economic transformation across the continent. As a result, we see our young people who are crossing the oceans, following their jobs, when we send out our natural resources unprocessed. Today, during this forum, we would want to see the outcomes that must be about innovation to take our people out of poverty. It's about ensuring that Africa drives greater benefit from its own resources and create greater opportunities for its people. The African Continent Free Trade Area presents us with an opportunity to speed up the African agenda we want, as articulated in Agenda 2063. Your Excellency, Namibia and Tanzania possess complementary strengths that provide a strong foundation for deeper economic cooperation. Tanzania has established itself as one of Africa's fastest growing economies, with significant strength in agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, logistics, mining, and rapidly expanding consumer markets. Namibia offers strategic logistic infrastructure, abundant natural resources, and growing opportunities in agriculture, agro-processing, tourism, health, education, energy, and others. Together, our countries are well positioned to contribute meaningfully to regional value chain and industrialization for sustainable development. Opportunity for cooperation exists in those sectors as mentioned. If we trust one another enough to fight together for economic freedom, we will definitely be able to be successful. As African business people, do trust African products, African services, and Africa enterprises in the same way that we trust products from elsewhere. The question we must therefore ask ourselves, do we trust one another enough to place Namibia's products on Tanzanian shelves and Tanzanian products in the Namibian shelves? Do we trust the African entrepreneur enough to invest in their ideas, support their innovation, and back their ambitions? Those are important questions because trust drives investment, trade, and long-term partnership. Africa produces world-class products. Our coffee, our tea, our coke, our textile, and we have all the minerals. And we will be able even to be part of the fourth industrial revolution as we have all critical minor resources. Do we trust African products enough to choose them, promote them, and invest in them? If we are serious about building intra-Africa trade, we must begin by trusting one another, trade with one another, and invest in one another's countries. We must begin to look at each other, not with suspicions, but with confidence. Africa, that is our time. Economic cooperation must ultimately be measured by its impact on our people. The true value of trade and investment lies not in statistics alone, but in the jobs created, the skill transferred, and business developed. The world is moving at a speed. New technologies are emerging. New industries are taking shape. New markets are being created. We therefore do not have the luxury to delay. And that's why, as African business people, we need to act now. We remain committed to strengthen infrastructure in Namibia, improve logistic network, expand energy generation, and create an enabling environment for investment to grow. We have identified our 7 critical priority areas for development, which is agriculture, sports, creative industry, youth empowerment, education and health, housing and land, as well as sanitation. At the same time, we have also identified enablers. This includes mining, tourism, water, energy, logistics, transport, and agriculture is both a priority area as well as enabler. Transport is very critical. Therefore, the port of Walvis Bay continues to serve as an important gateway connecting Southern Africa to the rest of the continent and the international market. We see significant opportunities to strengthen trade and logistic link between Walvis Bay and Dar es Salaam ports, thereby enhancing connectivities between East Africa and Southern Africa. Namibia is also advancing value addition in critical minerals, expanding agro-processing industries, promoting green industrialization, and growing manufacture capability. The business delegation accompanying me here during this visit is here for a purpose, and they represent a range of sectors and reflects Namibia's commitment to building lasting partnership across Africa. We warmly welcome Tanzanian business and investors to explore opportunities in Namibia, just as we encourage Namibian businesses to pursue partnership and investment in Tanzania. Governments have a responsibility to provide policy certainty, efficient institutions, transparent regulation, and reliable infrastructure, and the Namibian government is ready to play its part. Namibia remains committed to maintain a stable, rule-based, and investor-friendly environment that supports sustainable economic growth and long-term investment. Your Excellencies, the future prosperity of our continent can not depend solely on external markets. We must increasingly be driven by African product, African innovation, African investment, and African partnership. We have the resources, we have the talents, we have the market. When I was traveling from the airport, I can see how many people are on the street, and that's the market we are talking about. We have the energy, we have creativity, and determination of what we want for our young population. What we require is a great confidence in ourselves and a strong collaboration among ourselves. History will not judge us by the number of meetings and business forums we are attending and declaration we pass. History will judge us by the factories we build, the industries we develop, the jobs we create, and opportunities we open for future generations. Let the private sector play its part. Let us move beyond potential to production. Let us move beyond hesitation to action. Let us build strong commercial bridge between East Africa and Southern Africa. Let us demonstrate that inter-African trade is not merely an inspiration, but a practical pathway to prosperity. Let us show that African countries can trade with one another, invest in one another, and grow together. The future will not wait for Africa, and neither should we. The responsibility rests with us. If we are to realize the aspiration of Africa Agenda 2063 and the promises of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, we must act now and broadly together. Let the future generations say that when Africa stood at a crossroad, we choose partnership over hostation, production over dependency, and action over delay. Let them say we build Africa that believed in itself. Let them say we build an Africa that trusts in self. Let them say we build an Africa that protects itself and that uses its own efforts and through its own strength bring their people where they want to be. I am therefore confident that the engagement taking place today will contribute significantly to strengthen Tanzania-Namibia economic relations and advancing our shared vision as prosperous, industrialized, and interconnected Africa. We are really expecting good results from this forum, and we hope the stay of the Namibian business people will make a meaning to what we want to achieve together. Africa must be developed by Africans themselves. No one else can do it on our behalf. Let us make our resources to serve our people better. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Tuongeze tena makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Rais. Maneno ya kizalendo na ya ukombozi.
Technology. Your Excellency, Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, honorable ministers from our two governments, the chairpersons of the Namibian Business Federation and the Tanzanian Private Sector Foundation, captains of industry, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, habari zenu. Namibians, habari zenu. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to address this important gathering convened in honor of my dear sister, Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, and her esteemed business delegation. Today marks a historic day in the relations between Tanzania and Namibia, as for the first very time, my dear sister undertakes a state visit to this country. You may be aware that last year we have had the pleasure of hosting President Ndaitwah, but it was entirely a working visit, not a state visit. So this is her first state visit. I'm sorry, it will be remiss of me if I couldn't recognize General Ndaitwah. I think he's there with us. Thank you. Thank you. Excellencies, I'll repeat saying that for us, Tanzania, Her Excellency President Ndaitwah is not just a president of the Republic of Namibia, but ni rafiki mwema, a dear friend, a sister we know, a sister we raised, and a sister we are proud to call our own. We are therefore proud and pleased that our countries continue to enjoy strong relations built on enduring principles of unity, solidarity, and mutual trust, as championed by our great founding fathers, the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere and the late Dr. Sam Nujoma. Just a short while ago, we had an opportunity to share insights on various matters of mutual interest that culminate in the signing of the Memorandum of Understandings that mainly seek to promote trade cooperation between our two countries, and in particular, micro, small, and medium enterprises development. Most importantly, we have committed to expedite implementation of all agreed instruments and take concrete measures to elevate our relations to greater levels. Your Excellencies, while our two countries enjoy enduring and strong political and diplomatic relations, cooperation in the economic fronts remain elusive. The trade volumes are too small compared to the extent of our bilateral relations and the available opportunities in both sides. We therefore need to redouble our efforts to improve our economic cooperation. Tanzania offers one of Africa's most stable and fast-growing economies. Strategically, Tanzania is positioned at the gateway to East, Central, and Southern Africa. And in that case, we welcome Namibian business community to explore existing investment opportunities with a guaranteed vast market. Welcome to Tanzania. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Tanzania advances its industrialization agenda and our ambition of becoming a $1 trillion economy in line with our Development Vision 2050, we see merit in deepening economic cooperation in areas where Namibia has demonstrated global excellence and where Tanzania offers substantial investment opportunities. And in that regard, my government continues to implement wide-ranging reforms to strengthen Tanzania's trade and investment climate through the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, We have consolidated investment facilitation under one roof. It is now easier to register a company in Tanzania, and it takes only 24 hours. Before, it took months, but now only 24 hours. Your Excellency, as highlighted before, the opportunities in Tanzania are vast, considering that most of the promising sectors remain untapped. In the interest of time, allow me to mention some of the key areas in which our business community can explore deeper cooperation in line with our development vision. One is on ports and logistics. Tanzania is a strategic trade gateway for 6 land-linked countries, namely Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Malawi, Rwanda, Uganda, and Zambia. The port of Dar es Salaam is the epicenter of this transit trade. Through the expansion of Dar es Salaam port, development of the new Bagamoyo Port Industrial Complex, and the proposed Mangapwani Port development in Zanzibar, Tanzania welcomes partnership in maritime logistics, transshipment services, logistic parks, ship services, maritime finance, and port-linked industrial development. On value addition in agriculture and minerals, Tanzania has millions of hectares of arable land. We see great potential in enhancing cooperation in this area, particularly in investing in agribusiness industries and improve agricultural output so as to foster food security. Statistics indicate that Namibia is a net importer of food, as approximately 60% of its food needs are made through imports. Tanzania, on the other hand, is among the food basket countries in the Eastern and Southern African region. Given the surplus in key food crops, this presents an opportunity to export food products such as rice and maize to Namibia. Similarly, on livestock and fisheries, Namibia has made great achievements in fisheries and livestock development. As it is, the country is one of the major exporters of beef in Africa. On its part, Tanzania ranked number 2 after Ethiopia in terms of livestock population, and it is also among the countries with the largest fishery resources. Therefore, we can explore opportunities through agricultural cooperation, livestock and fisheries, technical assistance, and investments. Moreover, both our countries are rich in minerals, including diamond, uranium, iron, and other rare earth minerals. And in this regard, it is pertinent for our countries to initiate cooperation in the mineral sector with the aim of sharing experiences, exchanging knowledge and skills for the mutual benefit of our economies. Excellencies, since oil and gas sector is rapidly emerging as a significant player in Africa's energy landscape, we welcome investments and collaboration for the mutual benefit of our countries and peoples. We are aware of Namibia's recent discovery of oil reserves at the Orange Basin, estimated at approximately 20 million barrels. Congratulations. 20 million barrels potentially, positioning the country as among the top 10 oil producers by 2035. In addition, our two countries have discovered offshore gas reserves of significant amount. Namibia about 8.7 trillion cubic feet, and Tanzania about 57.5 trillion cubic feet. In that case, we see merits in cooperation through knowledge exchange and capacity building, as well as initiating cooperation between the national oil and gas companies. Such cooperation can also expand renewable energy, as Tanzania has vast and largely untapped potential in solar, wind, gas, and thermal, and welcomes investments in support of our clean energy aspirations. On tourism and transport sector, our two countries are among the top safari destinations in the world. We can work together to promote and market our tourist destinations, including establishment of direct flights between Tanzania and Namibia for boosting tourism among ourselves, also taking others from other countries to our destinations. On cultural cooperation, during our engagements today, we have agreed to promote the use of Kiswahili language in Namibia through introduction of Kiswahili courses. For instance, and we congratulate the efforts taken by the Open University of Tanzania and the Triumph College in Namibia that have initiated teaching of Kiswahili language. Since we have made commitments to strengthen economic engagement between our two countries, we also need a unifying language, especially for the medium and small scale entrepreneurs. We need a unifying language of communication that can foster people-to-people interaction, and Kiswahili be one of that language. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Tanzanian government remains fully committed to maintain a stable, predictable, and investor-friendly environment that rewards long-term partnership and responsible investment. We'll continue to listen, to reform, and to facilitate. Without taking much of your time, allow me now to use this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizers and sponsors of this business forum, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, the Ministry of Internal Relations and Trade of the Republic of Namibia, TISEZA, the Tanzanian Private Sector Foundation, the Namibian Business Federation, and all of those who have made this engagement possible. Thank you very much. To the forum participants, I wish you all productive and fruitful business forum. On the same note, I now have the honor and pleasure to declare this Tanzania and Namibia Business and Investment Forum, themed Strengthening Trade, Investment and Strategic Partnership, officially open. Thank you. I thank you for your kind attention. How do you say thank you? Thank you, Nene? Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Ongeze tena makofi kwa viongozi wetu. Tanzania oye! Namibia oye! Biashara oye! Your Excellencies, we have now come to the end of the opening session of Tanzania-Namibia Business Forum. Now, I would like to allow you to proceed with the other responsibilities ahead of you. Asante sana. Tunawashukuru. Brass band. The forum will continue. It has officially opened, so participants don't go away.